Team Marker, Shortcomings review, guys. Let's get right to it. Action! What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I am your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. If you have not already, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Just hit that subscribe notification to get notified for movie reviews, in this case, or trailer reactions. We got a lot of stuff planned out in the very, very coming soon to you guys. All right, but thank you so much once again, and let's get right to it. Angela, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about Shortcomings.
Shortcomings, ladies and gentlemen, tells of a story of a trio of young Bay Area urbanites, Ben, Miko, and Alice, as they navigate a range of interpersonal relationships, traversing the country in search of an ideal connection. All right, Angela, what did you think of this film? What was your expectations going before it? What did you think of this? Because I'm gonna have to really spice it up here because this movie's so damn good. But yeah, what'd you think?
So what really sold me was the fact that it was Randall Park's directorial debut.
Yes, ladies.
That sold me. I was like, I don't care who's in here, what it's about. Yeah, that sold me. I love Randall Park. He's such a great actor. Man. He's so funny. He's hilarious, right? So I was like, I already knew. Yeah, I had high standards because I was like, you know what? I know you can do quality work. Mm-hmm. This is his directorial debut. Yeah. I'm gonna go in with some pretty high hopes, and I was not disappointed, and it exceeded my expectations. I didn't think I was gonna like this movie scratch that. Love this movie as much as I thought I would. It's just so funny. Like, you follow these young people. You follow their characters. They're all like different characters, kind of going in different directions, if you will. And it's just so funny and so well written and directed. Yeah. I didn't know it was based on a graphic novel at first, which is really cool.
Written by Adrian.
Yeah, and he did the graphic novel. So it's really cool that he did the film as well. So yeah, I got to say it was done so well. I love the cast. You know, I know I haven't seen it. I know you've seen Familiar Faces and Joyride. Joyride, yeah. I haven't seen that. I'll gotta see it now because I really liked a lot of the actors. I did recognize a couple. I mean, obviously we get from Spider-Man, Homecoming, like the new trilogy.
Yeah.
We
Jacob.
Jacob from Crazy Rich Asians. So I mean, I recognize a lot of this cast. People, I love that it's an all Asian cast.
Yeah.
Love that. I mean, there's other people too, but for the most part, it's an all-Asian cast. And I got to say, they're so funny. I think the chemistry was so on point. Mm-hmm. Even I know we just watched a small little snippet between the director and some of the cast. They're so cool. It's just so cool to see how the process was and how they were talking about on set. It seemed like it was a really fun movie to make. And I think it was so well done. And I got to say, I cannot say enough good things about it, to be honest.
Yeah, this film, directorial debut of Randall Park, he's hilarious. He really is. He's so funny. One of my favorite movies. Again, this is my favorite movies when he's a lead, is with him and Ali Wong. Always Be My Maybe. That's one of my films. Yeah. There's a list of movies, and maybe I'll announce it. Maybe I won't. And we'll see. We'll find out. Guys, put in comments down below. But what is your list of movies you have to watch? I have a list of movies I have to watch every year, and it's TV shows included, that I have to watch no matter what, to just ease my mind, ease my heart into my passion of films. And so this is definitely might make the list. You never know. But Always Be My Maybe is on that list. I'm a huge rom-com fan. This movie is, it's not necessarily a rom-com just because of the fact which is, I mean, it really gives off that vibe, but in a way it's not. In a weird way. It's kind of hard to, without spoiling for you guys, because we're not going to spoil it. It's not in a way. One of the things I really did love and enjoyed was the fact that Justin Min, he played such a great, excuse my French, asshole in this movie that was just so damn witty, so damn good. There's a lot of moments that you are just,
we all know a Ben.
It's relatable on so many levels. What a fantastic man-child he played as this character, and it's so damn good. He
plays witty. Ben, and we all know a Ben. Yeah, we know someone who's just like it. So I like that you touched on it. It's not necessarily a rom-com. It's kind of like you say, these three friends, if you will, kind of going different directions. Yeah. And I gotta say, I liked that it wasn't just romance. Yeah. It wasn't just because rom-coms have the same formula. That's why I don't really like them. Happy ending, they fall in love together. That's not how it ends. It ends completely different from what I thought it would be, and I appreciate it. I enjoyed it. I think it was done very well. And again, as much as of a jerk he was, you kind of root for him because you're like, you really hope he finds.
He was an asshole. He was a dick at times. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's just one of those things.
But that's the thing. He did such a great job that he, as much as a jerk as he was, as horrible like he was, you want him to get it and to be okay in the end.
Yeah.
And that's great storytelling.
There's so much triumphant moments in here that I loved and enjoyed, because the fact that there are so many great moments where Ben really acknowledges and really takes the character and takes it to a whole new level of that is the fact that he brings a lot of humanity. And we saw an interview where he brings the humanity into it. We all know, I feel like in a weird concept or a weird way, I feel like we all, and granted, we're all selfish at one point in our lives. You cannot say you're not selfish at one point in your life. It's just impossible. We're human. And the fact of the matter is that I feel like that we all have a little bit of Ben in us, more so than others. And I feel that way. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's obviously much of a dick move to do. But the fact is that I enjoyed so much of the humanity here. And the fact that they touched up on a lot of Asian American struggles, Asian American stereotypes was definitely huge in this part. And I really did enjoy that because of the fact that there's, this is America of all different races, all different cultures. And I just really enjoyed how they touched up on a lot of those moments here. And I liked it more so because, when you watch this trailer, you don't really go into like politics or anything like that. It's not political by any means. But it doesn't ignore it either. The fact that what cultures they're from, where are they from? Maybe you're not Korean enough. Maybe you're not Chinese enough. Maybe you're not Japanese enough. Maybe you're not, just there's so much of this like idolize or just so much of this struggle. And we saw more so of that. And I feel like this movie actually took a dab at a certain film called Crazy Rich Asians, which I did like because it wasn't a bad dab. It wasn't a bad dab. It wasn't by all means. It was just
like a nod, maybe.
And I love Crazy Rich Asians. We both love Crazy Rich Asians, by the way. It's a fantastic movie, but it's a fairy tale movie. It's not a real life situation scenario. It's not.
And this movie,
it's more real than ever. Real
because again, it's not just focusing on, like you say, love and cultural.
It focuses on life.
It focuses on life. Like they said, these three friends are all going different. We're all growing and moving on to different things in our lives,
and all different opinions, by the way.
Yeah, it captures that beautifully because that's what happens when you get older. People go in different directions.
Yes,
and I think that it was done beautifully in this film because literally all three of them went different directions.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, I cannot say enough good things about this.
Yeah.
Pleasantly surprised, but I was completely expecting it. I think Randall Park is just so great, and I really, really hope to see more projects from him in the future.
Yeah, one of the other characters that we did know, the cast members that we did know, was played by Sasha, I believe, and it was Debbie Ryan.
Yes, I love her. I know she's from Disney, but I like her in Insatiable on Netflix. Yeah,
so she's a tech. She actually moved, was born in Huntsville, Alabama, but moved to Texas. Texas. What's up? In 1990, she's born in 1993, so she's just a year. We're a year. Oh wait, we're a year older.
We are a year older.
I was gonna say she's a year younger. Never mind.
Were born.
We're older. Oh my god, I can't believe that.
Yes, we are a little older.
Oh man. Okay, but we're
getting there.
It's definitely one of those things to where like I feel like they all had a passion part in this, and it was told very, very, very well. And I really did enjoy this film. I cannot say more great things. And also, Angela did notice, by the way, and I don't know you hadn't had a chance to mention it, was the fact that there was a TikToker here that you noticed.
Oh yes, Scott Sice, I think. Again, excuse me, I'm from
So he's been in 2 movies this year, and the other film was Cocaine Bear. If you haven't seen Cocaine Bear, sorry, I'm spoiling it for you, but he plays a medic that gets eaten by a bear. Yeah, I think he had so much fun with that role, and I think he had so much fun with this role. He plays like a movie theater person, a movie theater employee. Yeah, and it's just he's so funny. Yeah. I love his TikTok. And I feel like there's so much reading into things in this film. They make so much a nod on the philosophy of this, like the water. This water doesn't just identify as water. It identifies the humanity of the people who struggled, who had to surface this water together, who put this water into a bottle, who did, like they really go deep. I'm sorry, this is a bad example, but this is like literally they go full on deep description of like what the metaphors are. And I love that because it's funny for one, but two, they're actually people that
it's funny. It's funny
like
because
that's all right. You
know? They also make a lot of jokes about
that
pop culture, too, which are pretty funny.
Yeah.
Again, it's because they work in a theater, and it's just all those jokes they crack. It's so funny. Yeah. Like, you know, the wit. It's not like over the top funny. I know, like, you're very picky with comedies, but it's just humor was so on point. I think, like I said, the chemistry was great. Man, loved the actors and actresses in here. Loved it. I think it was directed beautifully. So I gotta say,
beautifully directed.
I gotta say, I hope you guys check it out.
Yes.
Again, it's not your typical rom-com. I wouldn't even call it a rom-com.
No.
I think it is still classified
as
romance. It's still
classified under rom-com, but
romance
drama,
comedy,
drama as well. But
I would say give it a shot. You know, it might not have the typical formula.
I'm pretty sure you've either know a Ben or an Alice as well, or a Miko. You know, per se, because a Miko who is a mother to her boyfriend, who pretty much did everything for him, and just there's a lot of similar arguments that me and Angela have had that you're going to see in that movie. A few arguments that we've had, and I like that because again we go back to where it's so relatable.
It is relatable.
It's relatable on a few levels.
Man, baby.
Oh, whatever. Lies. But yeah, what are you going to give this? This is definitely a film we deserve. So what do you give this rating, Angela?
9, because I really liked it. No, I really did. Good. I think it was really very good. Like I said, I love the cast. I think it was written and directed very well. The story was great. I think it was a great runtime.
Yes, great runtime. And about an hour and 32 minutes. That's a simple. We talk about runtimes all the time here at the Movie Talk Studios. Is that runtimes need to fit the story? Great movies don't have to be 3 hours, 2 hours long. They just need to be a great movie. No matter what the runtime, it needs to be a great story. I do
think there are great films that are 3 hours long.
Oh yeah, of course. But Oppenheimer.
You could also argue Avatar,
The Godfather,
Lord of the Rings,
the extended cuts of Lord of the Rings, which is over
like
4 hours, over about which one, depending which one.
But again, like you say, it just has to fit to the story.
Yeah, it has to make sense. There has to be a reason why it's that long, that's significant to the story, and so you gave it a 9? I'm gonna give it a 9.4, guys. I really love this movie. I'm probably gonna check this out again in theaters, and I can't wait to see it because this is a movie that you need to go see in theaters, guys, because this is a film that's really gonna touch upon a lot of insecurities, a lot of growing up, more so because it's gonna be very relatable when your friends decide to leave and you're alone in whatever the situation may be, but there's a lot of relatable situations here that I feel like everyone's going to touch up on and be like, man, I know how Ben feels. I know how Alice feels. I know how Miko feels. And so even more so, I know an Autumn, or I know it, or I am Autumn, so you really get lost in these characters. And I love it because it comes back home. It's very well directed story, straight to the point. I love it. There's not a part in this movie where it doesn't add the comedy or significant to the story, where we talk about this a lot of films where like there's so much story but doesn't really impact the climax. And I feel like with Ben's situation here, with Justin that plays Ben, everything he was going through in this story, and even through the friends, through the relationships he had, it really made sense at the end because of the fact that did he change or did he not? You guys will have to find out. But yeah, question is for you guys. What did you think of this movie, guys? Question is for you guys. What did you think of this film? Put comments down below. Did you enjoy this film? Or you like, guys, this is boring movie, but I'm like 60%, 70% sure you're not going to think this is boring. Maybe you think like, oh, I expected a rom-com. I didn't expect to get this serious note, which could make sense. But I'm letting you know right now, it's a little bit serious. So yeah. Angela, what do you think of this? Or any final comments? We do recommend this movie, by the way.
Give it a shot. Like I said, it might be a little bit different than what you're used to. I think it's done great. I think you guys will really enjoy this film as well. Yeah. Again, another great summer film. It's going to come out. So be sure to check it out. Theater near you.
Yep. Yes, you do. Yes, you better. You better, guys. All right. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Clone Ryan 680.
I'm Angela. That's This
is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Stay safe, San Antonio. Catch you there. Peace.